What's up, YouTube? Jeff, your Style O.G. And on today's video, we're gonna discuss 10 reasons why you shouldn't try to impress women. If you're new to the channel, we release a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, discussing various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. I invite you to subscribe, tap that notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Jeff Short, salute. Now, as a channel that does do dating videos and gives you advice about women, you might find it contradictory that I'm saying you shouldn't try to impress women. But what I need you to know, I have a great background for a reason. Life is lived in the gray areas. I believe you shouldn't try to impress women. Instead, you should work on being impressive. There's a huge difference, and that's what we're going to talk about on today's video. On today's video, I'm going to discuss with you why it's counterproductive to spend a lot of time trying to impress women, but instead focus on being impressive. So without any further delay, let's hop right into it. The first reason why I believe you shouldn't try to impress women is because when you do, it puts you in an inferior position, and consequently, it puts her in a superior position. Now, there are times in life when someone will have a superior position above you, and you should try to impress them. You know, like your boss or your parents. But when you're dating or trying to date someone, you guys should be on equal footing. If you put her above you, it throws off the balance. Remember, when you put someone on a pedestal, they have no choice but to look down on you. Now, if you're trying to get a promotion or a raise, try to impress your boss. If you want your mom and dad to be proud of you, try to impress them. But on a dating scene, keep things equal. Don't go out of your way to impress her. The next reason why you shouldn't go out of your way to try to impress women is because when you do, it takes you off of your purpose. Remember what I said in the beginning of the video. You don't want to try to impress women, but you do want to be impressive. And the best way to be impressive is to be the best version of yourself. And how you do that? By keeping your eyes on your purpose, going down your path. When you go out of your way to try to impress women, you have to expend a lot of energy and it takes a lot of your attention. Instead, focus that energy on being the best you. Trust me, she will be impressed without you having to try too hard. Staying on your purpose helps you to accomplish what I want you to take from this video. You'll get more women being impressive, not trying to impress her. Now, next up on the list is a reason I definitely want you to pay extra attention to. You shouldn't go out of your way to try to impress women because it's actually counterproductive. I need you to realize that most of the time when you go out of your way, women actually find it unattractive. Yes, you heard me. Women find guys that try too hard a turnoff. And I understand when you're going out of your way to try to impress a woman, you're trying to achieve a goal. You're trying to get her to like you. Here's where I want to appeal to your logic. If going out of your way trying to impress a woman turns her off, maybe you shouldn't do it. As men, we're results oriented. You want to achieve the result of getting the woman you want. Trying too hard to impress can have the opposite effect. Here's where I want to reiterate to you, you're much better off putting your time and energy into becoming the best version of yourself instead of wasting a lot of time trying to impress women. And what you'll soon realize, focusing on becoming the best you actually has better results on the dating scene. Here's why. The greater and more successful you become, the less talking and doing you have to do to impress people. That includes the ladies. When you're on your path, striving to be your best, other people can tell. You won't have to say a word. Don't get it misconstrued in this video. Yes, you want the attention of women. Yes, you want them to be impressed by you. But do it by becoming the best you, not by bending over backwards trying to impress. Next up, I'm gonna let you in on a dirty little secret when it comes to trying to impress women. It's actually a vicious cycle and a treadmill you'll never get off. That's because if you had to go out of your way to get her attention, you're going to have to keep doing it. Let's circle back to the analogy I made earlier when I said it's okay to try to impress someone. You should be trying to impress your boss because you have to show extraordinary effort and results to get a promotion and a raise. You're trying to move up. You're trying to achieve a superior position. But remember, when you're dating, you're on an equal footing. You're not trying to get above or below her. Remember, when you go out of your way and bend over backwards trying to impress her, you'll have to keep it up if you want that raise in her eyes. Now I want to clue you into another reason why trying to impress women is very counterproductive. It's because when you do, it can make you very anxious and nervous. You see, when you find yourself in a position of trying to impress her, it's gonna bring on anxiety. You're always wondering, does she like me? Am I doing this right? And this will easily translate into failure. Being nervous, being anxious makes you look less confident. It makes you feel less confident. That's because you're going out of your way. You're not really being yourself. That's hard to keep up. Very anxiety inducing. Instead, like I keep repeating, be the best version of yourself. Get comfortable in your skin. That's much easier. Trying to impress women, that's stressful. And here's another thing I need you to remember. When you're going out of your way trying to impress a woman, she can tell. Women are pretty smart, intuitive, and observational. They can tell when you're going out of your way. And remember when I said earlier, they find it unattractive. So if you're going out of your way to lay on the charm, talk loud to get attention, or throwing money in her face, she can see it coming a mile away. It's much more effective to be subtle in your approach. Remember, you should be pursuing women, not chasing them. And it doesn't make you a simp to try to pursue them. But if you go out of your way, bending over backwards, being someone you're really not, she can tell, my brother. And here's another thing I want you to keep in mind. If you spend a lot of time trying to impress women, especially someone you're just meeting, a lot of times it won't work because every woman is different. You see, what you might have done to impress the last woman might not work on the next one. But you know what will work? Being impressive, being the best version of you. And that's much easier to do, easy to be consistent being the best you. If every time you meet a woman, you're searching for different ways trying to impress her, you'll realize it's not a one-size-fits-all method. The woman you want will be the one who finds you impressive as she gets to know you. I like things that are repeatable. Being the best you, being a consistent you, is something you can do over and over. So focus on your purpose. It'll keep you from guessing, try to impress every woman you meet. Remember when a couple of tips back, I told you that women can tell when you're going out of your way, trying to impress them? Keep that in mind, because bending over backwards can easily lead to you getting taken advantage of or being put in the friend zone. When you're dealing with a woman who will run all over you, she can smell when you're desperate. Going out of your way, trying to impress her, comes off as desperation. She can smell it on you. And this is an easy way to get taken advantage of by the wrong woman. When you're dealing with a woman who's of good quality, she'll be impressed by you. She won't take advantage of you. But on the other hand, if you want to get put in the friend zone or get run over, bend over backwards. Woman who will take advantage of you, she can tell you're going out of your way to impress her because you think she won't like you otherwise. So remember, deal with women who like you for being the best version of you. Don't bend over backwards. It's an easy way to get friend zoned or taken advantage of. And here's where some of the responsibility actually falls on you. Bending over backwards, trying to impress women, actually can be manipulative. What will often happen, the guy trying to be overly nice and do a bunch of things for a woman, he's actually doing it trying to curry favor, trying to get her to owe him something. This disguised nice behavior is actually jerk behavior. Do kind, generous things because you want to, not because you want a woman to owe you something. There are a lot of guys who use being nice as a manipulative tool. That includes bending over backwards, at least seeming to. It's not good for her or you. It can lead to a lot of resentment. Don't go out of your way bending over backwards, especially if you're just trying to curry favor. Now, I make dating videos on this channel for a reason. It's because I believe a wise man is an informed man. You should want to know what women like and don't like, what they find to be turn-ons or turn-offs. But I don't want you to use this information to wholesale change who you are. I want you to use this information in an effort to become the best version of yourself, more purposeful, more successful. In doing so, you'll become more attractive to women. You'll be more of a gentleman, more appealing, more impressive. That's because, yes, I believe energy should be put into pursuing women, but becoming an impressive person will more likely make your pursuit successful.